Welcome to Mystic Frequency Unveiled. I'm Phoenix, and I'm excited to get started with this reading. Today is the 4th of July, and so you will hear a lot of fireworks. You'll hear some music going on in the background, and all of those things. And we're going to do our best not to let those things take us off focus, but we're here to read the energy. So I'm going to start by clearing the energy. All right. So we're going to kick things off with a general reading. I'm going to start with the Energy Oracle, one of my favorite decks, and we're going to see what the energy has in store for us. Here we go. At the bottom of our deck, we have hostilities. Now, for me, when I do my readings, the bottom of the deck card, that's our underlying energy. So these are things that are definitely having some sort of influence on the energies that are at play here. So what we have out is the Temple Path. We have the Healer of Ages. And we have Caring Connections in the reverse. I'm hoping that everyone can hear me okay over the fireworks and the festivities. I was determined to make today my first live, and we're going to get through it. All right. So with the Temple Path being out here, what I'm getting for this particular card is there are some people who are waking up to a new path. Maybe everything before, the path that you were currently on or were on in the past, I should say, maybe that path was no longer sustainable and some things had to happen, and we have this new path that's here. For some of us, this year, heck, this month, or we can say last month in June, may have experienced some rather severe or drastic changes in different areas in life, whether it was work, love, family, you name it. Some people may have lost relationships, whether they were romantic relationships, family relationships, any relationships of the sort could have been shaken up. Work relationships, however that goes. But the good news is there is some healing here. So we have the Healer of Ages, and this is a magnificent card because it's out here and it's letting us know no matter what type of shakeups that you've had, look, you're on the path, and that path may look unfamiliar to you at this time, but it's going to get better. There's some healing taking place in different areas of your life. So when we say things, it's a lot of times, you may experience different people, different tarot readers or whatever, and they're like, yeah, these changes in your life, they're for good reason. But during the time that these changes take place, they may not feel nice. And so it may be hard to see the good that certain changes have, but there are areas that are going to be healed. So perhaps on the path that you were on previously that may not have been self-sustainable any longer, they may have had some blockages and some obstacles, but the Healer of Ages is saying, okay, well, we're going to heal those things. And also maybe there was some healing that needed to take place within you. So we have the Caring Connection connections card out here as well. And so just like I said earlier, some people may have experienced some breakups or shakeups in relationships, whether these are relationships are platonic, romance, whatever the sort, relationships in a whole. The card here is out, the card is out here in reverse. So it lets us know that, these relationships, that it may have been some trouble there. So not to say that these are at a permanent ending. It may be just a breakup for temporary purposes, to clear the headspace, to see certain things, to get rid of all of the hostilities. Maybe someone needed to learn how to be appreciated, appreciate themselves after some indecision. Okay, so just all of these different things. And we must take note that the hostilities card, it did come out for us in the upright. So it's not in the reverse, meaning that these hostilities, they're still in the air. They're still being worked on or whatnot. And that could be the reason why our Carrying Connections card is out here for us in the reverse. So I'm going to grab some more cards for us. And this time I'm going to use my Vice Versa deck. I love this deck because it has images on both sides. So if you see here, for example, with the Hangman, we have the Hangman on this side as well as this side. This is the deck. It was so funny to me. This is a little story time. But when I was coming up and when I was doing tarot reading, I've been doing tarot readings for a very long time. My mother, in fact, she was Jehovah's Witness. We were not raised as Jehovah's Witness, but she went back into the faith later in life after my siblings and I had grown. And so she used to always say that, or think that this was the devil's work and all of that. But when she passed, she wanted me to, as with anyone, whenever I experience a passing, I always, connect. And she requested the Vice Versa tarot deck. And I thought that was kind of wild, but yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the reading. So let's see what we can get here as far as clarity for what we have out. And I know you guys can hear these fireworks that are going on in the background. That's one of those things about living in an area where fireworks are permitted. I don't mind the fireworks. It's just when you're doing things like this, wanting to record can, be a little daunting. All right, so we have the double card to come out. We also have the Knight of Wands. I'm gonna get it. And here we go. We have 3 more to come out, so we'll take a look at those in a minute. Let's look at the bottom. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. And so with the Four of Swords, this is a time for rest and introspection. And so with this card, what I'm really getting, the introspection part is really, really coming out. And especially since we have Mercury retrograde. And if I'm not mistaken, Mercury is not the only planet that we have in retrograde at this time. All right, so we're going to put that right there. So we had to come out for us the Devil, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, a lot of fiery energy, the Six of Swords, as well as the Page of Cups. No sooner than I touch the Page of Cups, the first message that I got is someone may resurface, and look at this gnat. Someone may resurface in your life for an apology. It's been a rocky start. So when with the Six of Swords, we have it on this side, and this is someone having to kind of like remove themselves from a situation. And this could have, someone could have had to make this move at night, because you know we have the night here, however that works, but they wanted to remove themselves from a situation. So remember, we had the hostilities card at the bottom of the energy oracle deck, and then here we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Five of Wands. So this tells me that there was a time when things were getting a little heated, whether this was some heated back and forth, couldn't quite come together on an agreement and a decision, or you know, whatever that case may be. And this could have very much, these cards right here could have very much had everything to do with our Karen Connections card being in the reverse here. As you can see with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is a fast moving energy. We get him at night again. So look at all the energy we have here at night. Someone can also be receiving some type of messages via their dream state about what to do with this particular energy, and it may be telling you that it may be time to go. So with the Devil card, we get the Devil on this side versus this side here, and what the difference is, you see on this side we have the two figures here, and these guys are bound, and you have the Devil up here standing watch, whereas in the back you don't see those two figures here. So maybe someone had to make a break for it while the Devil had his back turned. And if you look, all of these figures, they have their back turned to us, as well as the Queen of Wands. And so the Queen of Wands is out here because it seems as if with everything happening and everything going on, the Queen had to take some time to get herself rooted, to really appreciate all of those things about herself. So it's about, even though this is the Queen of Wands, this is about becoming more grounded, appreciating self. We have her looking or faced toward this monument right here of the Queen, right? Someone had to remember, it's almost like remembering the royalty, the significance, or your worth or value. Could someone have gotten lost within a particular relationship, job, or you know, whatever that is? That could very much be the case here. But someone, I have that the energy here is definitely saying that someone had to kind of like turn their back, and I say someone, but this can apply to a lot, turn their backs on situations to allow healing. Maybe they became off the path somewhat, and so they had to turn their backs on something. There have been also, you know, maybe the Great Escape, if you will. Maybe that was something that was involuntary. So what I mean by that is maybe, let's say for instance, someone got fired from a job, and so you really didn't want to leave. It wasn't your choice, but it was something that had to take place for something greater to come in, okay? However it goes, we have some underlying hostilities here. We have some nighttime movement, and we got a lot of things taking place while people have their backs turned. So I want to take a look at, I'm going to grab a Kipper card from the Kipper fortune telling deck. It looks like this. I love this deck. Here we go. Oh, look at there. We have false person. I want to grab a couple more. Yeah, I can definitely see. Oh, we got that card here with the, if you can see it, I definitely want to grab that. And let's get one more. The official person. Let's grab one more card and see what we have. One more card for us, Spirit. One more card. And if it doesn't come up right now, I'm going to pick it from the top. Here we go. Marriage. Okay, and then at the bottom, oh, look at this, imprisonment. So when I see this card, imprisonment, it brings me back. We're going to sit this, actually, because I wanted to kind of be in the view. So this card, imprisonment right here, brings me back to this card right here. Someone had to break free from something. Could it have been some type of, now this card, yes, it says marriage, and it can be a literal marriage, but this can also be some type of commitment, okay, or some type of contractual agreement. So it could be a marriage, it can be a job, because a lot of people contractual agreement with jobs or whatever, some type of something had to take place, because someone may not have been and look at that, maybe a little confirmation, someone may not have been who they said they were. You see how she's covering her mouth, and even the guy back there has a mask, right? But this had to take place because we have this official person that's coming in, right? And maybe, again, let's say, just for instance, if we're talking about, you know, a marriage that has dissolved or has come to an end, maybe this can be, you know, some type of official person, anybody like a lawyer, an official of a court, or whatever. Could someone have filed a contract, or did someone go to jail? And, you know, however this is, okay, did the police get involved in some shape, form, or fashion? Or could this possibly be that once you were freed from this particular situation, then the official person, what if that's you? Okay? Or what if it took getting rid of this false person for this other person to come in? All right, I'm going to give a Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. A Sacred Destiny Oracle card for us. We have relaxation, and I'm going to do one more. Let's get one more. I'm going to grab this one that kind of hopped up at us. Focus. All right. And at the bottom of this deck, we have wonders. I like this because for me, looking at this, remember, let's go back to where we started. We started with this Four of Swords under our underneath card, the vice versa deck, and we said that it was time to go inward, time to reflect, right? And so that's what that Four of Swords energy is all about, rest and reflecting and all of that. And it's through that time that you're able to focus, okay? So for example, just using self as an example, I know for me, when I have a lot of people around me, especially the wrong types of people, and you know, these hostilities come into play, whether we're talking about romance, or whether we're talking about the wrong friends, or whether you're in the wrong job, career, or whatever that is, something that has that's limiting you, holding you back, okay? That can actually be physical jail. Then when I don't have those things in my life taking place, I'm able to focus better. And when I focus, I'm able to move mountains. Okay, so think about that. All right, so much love. I appreciate you being here with me. Again, thank you for tuning in to Mystic Frequency Unveiled. Take care.